Korea is the only country that is divided in the world. Korea has been in a state of military confrontation for over 70 years since the Korean War. Therefore, there have been quite a few military clashes between South Korea and North Korea for a long time. Today's top 3 is an event in which South Korea and North Korea almost had a second war. Number 3. Aung San Graveyard Explosion Incident. When a North Korean agent visited Myanmar in 1983, he detonated the Aung San Graveyard, aiming at President Chun Doo-hwan. This incident killed 17 high-ranking officials. However, Chun Doo-hwan, which North Korea was aiming for, attended the event late and saved his life. Even though their plans failed, in the wake of North Korea's provocation, the new military in South Korea were saying they will go to war. They were preparing for war even though the United States told them to hold back. It was President Chun Doo-hwan, who was the target of North Korea at the time, that stopped them from going to war at the end. After the incident, he went around the military and said, "If anyone makes a move without my order, I will count it as treason." At the special speech by the president, he announced, "Our will for peace is the last patience we can endure. If there is a provocation again, I will punish them." Chun Doo-hwan publicly expressed his intention not to retaliate by force. After that, during the Chun Doo-hwan regime, North Korea's provocation did not occur. Number 2. The Blue House Attack. "I came to kill Park Chung-hee," a word that made South Korea fall in shock. The person who said this was Kim Jong-un, an armed communist guerrilla. He and his gang aimed to eliminate the South Korean president Park Chung-hee, were sent to South Korea. They were fully armed and crossed the ceasefire line and climbed the snow-covered mountain path. They ran towards the Blue House at a speed of 12 kilometers per hour. However, Kim Jong-un's party came to Seoul and met South Korean police at Jahamun Post. There was a shootout between South Korean police and the Kim Jong-un gang. As a result, 25 Korean military and police officers were killed. Kim Jong-un's party misunderstood the General City bus as an ROK military support bus. They threw grenades at the city bus and shot in all directions. 7 ordinary people died. They were arrested after the fight. All of the rest of the gang were killed except for Kim Jong-un. This incident occurred in the middle of Seoul, the capital of South Korea. It shocked not only South Korea, but the world as well. After this incident, the South Korean government created a unit for Kim Il-sung eradication operation. A reserve military system was introduced in ROK military and the 3 military academies were established. They seemed as if they were preparing for war. Not only that, all active duty soldiers got their service extended by 3 to 6 months. The Korea-US joint military training exercises began and a 5-minute waiting group is held. There was a continuing tension that seemed like a war would happen right away. However, South Korean Central Intelligence Officer Hurak secretly visited North Korea. Kim Il-sung, who met with Hurak, said, "The Blue House raid was a random incident. When you go back to the south, tell Park Chung-hee I'm sorry." From this starting point, South Korea and North Korea seem to have reconciled. On July 4th, South Korea and North Korea's joint statement was signed. Number 1. Yeonpyeong Island Shelling Taunt. On November 23, 2010, the South Korean Armed Forces conducted a patriotic training. This training was about the regular training of light artillery fire. However, due to this, the North Korean military launched an attack on Yeonpyeong Island around 2:34 p.m. The South Korean Marines, surprised by the sudden shelling, went for a counterattack. The damage to South Korea was so severe that the North Korean artillery bombardment fell on civilian areas. 2 Marines and 2 civilians were killed. As a result, South Korea was in tension for the war. Lee Myung-bak, who was president at the time, to prevent North Korea from provoking again, planned massive retaliation. He prepared an attack to use bombers to destroy the Hwanghae-do area. However, the US restrained South Korea for fear of an expansion of war. The Yeonpyeong Island shelling provocation, which is the biggest provocation of North Korea after the Korean War. However, North Korea still insists that South Korea attacked first. If North Korea really wants peace on the Korean Peninsula, I think they need to reflect on their past mistakes. How was today's top 3 video? We'll come back with more interesting and shocking top 3 videos. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like the video.